Hello Capricorn, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Capricorn is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. All right. And if there's anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Capricorn, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Oh, look at that 9. Good stuff. And also, this card that fell right out of the deck. So we're going to put that up here too, because that's going to be important for something. But this 9 of Pentacles, that is beautiful. What else do we have? Let's find out. We're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. Oh, look at all of those major arcana. All majors on the path of the serpent. This I've got to tell you, this doesn't happen very often. I feel like this is kind of a good omen. Let's do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to select from the Waite-Smith Tarot. And God, cards are falling out all over the place. We're going to select our mystery card randomly. And that'll be the one. We'll put frog on top. We'll put that right over there. We're not going to look at that one until the very end. And we'll see how that might, tie everything together at the end and give us the confirmation that we need. Now, let's take a look at this mess that we've made here. This is the card that also came right out, and that's a 2. So we had this other random card, which is, why don't we just put these random cards down here? And then we'll look at what we actually drew for our Dove and Serpent spread. Well, on the path of the serpent, it's all major arcana. Okay, so that's easy. And then we've got all earth, and then fire and water. All earth. On the horizontal axis of the path of the dove, it's all earth. A change in your circumstances is going to lead to an increase, a gain of some kind, whether it's financial, whether it is in relation to health or career or creativity. There's going to be an increase of something. And that's going to lead to this 6 of Pentacles. This is the jackpot. This is like you open up the treasure box and it's just blinding light. You know what I mean? This is the real jackpot. Capricorn, I think we've been waiting for this. Not only that, let me tell you the other good news here. The end of the path of the serpent is this devil energy. This card rules the sign of Capricorn. This is your card. Okay? So this energy here is meant for you. This message is uniquely yours, and it's yours to take advantage of. This card's kind of saying that it's your time to shine right now. This is it. This is the Capricorn moment, all right? And I really think it's a jackpot moment because of this earth energy that we see here. Whatever it is that you've been trying to do on the physical plane is going to pay off, right? But let's, where to even start? Let's start, I guess, with the beginning. Let's start with this 9 of Pentacles. This is an unnumbered card, all right? It's a 9. It's a card of extension, of activity. It's dynamic, right? It's doing something. And what you're doing is gaining. You are bringing things into you. So it kind of has this magnetic quality about it, but it's through the work that you do. You're starting to see the visible signs of progress, right? This is everything that you've been working toward. Now you're seeing the results, right? You've planted all of these seeds, this whole garden. You've been working at it for, I don't know how long, months now. You're starting to see everything growing. Every morning you come out to water and there's new crops, there's new fruit, there are new vegetables growing, and you're starting to really get excited, I think. You're starting to really feel what seems to me maybe an overwhelming kind of emotion because of this Queen of Cups that also kind of fell out of the deck. I almost feel like we're starting to get really kind of overwhelmed by how good this feels. It's like there's some excitement here that we're having difficulty containing, all right? And that's all right. We like to be that excited. That's really the fun type of excitement. So back to the 9 here. It could be something related to your health. It could be something related to your wealth, right? Your business, your finances, your career, your job, the work that you do, right? Even if you're retired, whatever your activity is, whatever you are working on, right? Because it's an active, it's a verb, it's an action card. Whatever you've been working on, first of all, it definitely has a really deep meaning for you, very deeply significant in your life. This could be the most important work that you've done, okay? And it's paying off now. This is going to be, it's hard for me to contain my excitement. Seeing all of this major arcana especially, I don't think this has really happened before. We're gonna get to that in a minute, but let's go to the recent past. We've got this 2 of Pentacles in the recent past. This was a significant shift in your life. Maybe the last couple of years, you've either started doing this work, this project, right? Whatever you're working on. Either you started doing this, or maybe you switched to doing it full time. Maybe you made some other changes in your life that would allow you to pursue this. And thank goodness you did, because it really is coming together. You're starting to see the gains. You're starting to see the returns, the growth, right? The visible signs of progress. And I think it looks pretty spectacular. So yeah, this was either like you either maybe retired, or you switched jobs, you changed focus. Could be something about your education. Maybe you switched majors. Maybe you switched schools. Maybe this was you getting out of a relationship or getting into a relationship. Some major shift in your life that is allowing you now to focus, I would say, all of your power, all of your energy on this work that you're doing. Okay. So I think maybe the last couple of years, you made that significant shift. All right. See where to go from here. The Death card came out too, and the Death card was kind of crossing it. The Death card really is what's taking us from that significant change to the jackpot, right? So what is causing all of this growth that we see now? Well, that's a real transformation. You're not the same person that you were when you started, and you're certainly not going to be the same person when we get to this jackpot kind of moment, right? So we've got the Death card, and it's a real, you're starting now to see everything in the context of the bigger picture. You're starting to appreciate all of the obstacles, all of the trouble that we've been through the last few weeks. There's always been, and you're going to flip about this, but there's always been some kind of interference from an air energy in your readings, okay? And I'm going to cover this card up because here there's really no air, right? Everything that is potentially air, like this Gemini card, the Lover's card, is tremendous energy. But as I was shuffling, this 2 of Swords just kind of came out. We almost made it through dealing the cards unscathed by the sword. But then at the very end, when I'm shuffling for the mystery card, the air energy comes in, right? It never fails. It's going to find its way in there somewhere. But I don't think that this is going to really be an interfering kind of air energy. I think right now this is kind of a card that says, yeah, you're going to still experience difficulties. You're still going to have to make choices on how to respond to people, how to handle situations, especially now if things are really succeeding in this major way. There's going to be even more trouble, right? This is a card that says, look, don't pay too much attention to the trouble. Right? Don't worry yourself. Don't struggle with it. Just react. Just handle it. right? Go with your gut, go with your instinct, go with your intuition. We don't have to try to sort out the reasons why. We don't have to get so involved in it. Just take care of it. Yeah. This is a card that you kind of have two options. You either leave it alone, like a Band-Aid, right? You either leave it there, or you just rip it right off. There's no debate. There's no other there's no analysis. There's no debate or discussion. There's no confusion. There's no option for failure. It's just, if it needs to be dealt with, you deal with it. Yeah. But we recognize that there's always going to be difficulties, right? Just because we're hitting that jackpot, it's kind of more money, more problems. Yeah. But back to the Death card now. We'll get back to the Two of Swords if we need to. But with the Death card, this is the spiritual transformation that you're undergoing through this process. And I think this is kind of giving you a moment to reflect on your life. What if we never made this shift? What if we never did that Two of Pentacles thing? What if whatever this was in the past, maybe 2 years ago, I would say at the most, whatever that was, what if that never happened? Right? How different would things look now? So I think we're beginning to see how every little choice, every little problem, every little decision that we make has all built up, has led us to this moment right now. The payoff is almost here. It's so close. It's so close. And I'm happy that I get to tell you this good news, because Capricorn, we've been struggling. The last few readings have been mostly a push toward the good. There's been these little things that are holding us back, or these other little side quests that we have to deal with, right? And now the little side quests, look how small this is, right? I'm using the tiny little pocket Smith weight deck, but it's just a tiny little problem, and even then it's only a Two of Swords. So there's only two options here. It's either leave it alone or get rid of it. So I think there really is this sense of power now and a sense of perspective going on. And that, to me, that makes me feel really good for you. Yeah. So we have this water energy to deal with too, in the form of this Queen of Cups, but then also the Four of Cups that's up here at the top. This is kind of, whoop, that was upside down. These two right here, right? It's kind of what we aspire to. This is kind of us, we're getting a little overwhelmed with the excitement of all of this, with the anticipation. So we're trying to stay pretty even-keeled, right? There's the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is also telling me that you're not someone who really wants to be in the spotlight. You don't want all eyes on you, You don't want to have this extravagant, crazy, wild life. You want peace and calm. You want just a simple kind of existence, So you're really looking to not get carried away emotionally, right? It's easy to get excited by this kind of success, and then we start acting outrageously. We get this big ego, and we become extravagant in our feelings, So I feel like you're trying to remain calm, peaceful, steady. You're not getting crazy. You're not getting carried away with the feeling of it, because this is a lot of excitement. Right? This is a lot of, and I think we're struggling with that because of this Queen of Cups too. We're struggling with trying to find the right depth at which to live, right? We don't want to just be superficial, shallow. We don't want to live on the surface of things. But we don't want to get too deeply into certain aspects of this situation, because then we'll lose touch with the actual earth energy, right? We don't want to get too abstract and too philosophical or too metaphysical and whatever with it. We want to stay in touch, and we want to enjoy what we're doing, but we also don't want to just remain kind of floating on the surface, right? We want to swim at a nice depth. And I think that's kind of what we're doing here. We don't want to get too carried away. We don't want to get too proud or too hopeful. We want to stay reasonable, stay humble, I guess, is some of the energy that I'm feeling. And you have the will to do that. Nine of Wands, I should say, not swords. Nine of Wands down here at the bottom. This is your inner strength. This is your resolve. This is your commitment to truth. This is your commitment to yourself, to spirit, to doing the right thing. This is like you're a person with backbone, right? You're a person who has strong convictions, and when you commit to something, you commit to it. When you promise someone something, you keep that promise. So just because you're coming into all of this success, this major jackpot now, you're not turning your back on your friends or family. You're not breaking promises. You know what I mean? You have integrity. And it's because you know yourself. This is the sun and the moon connected. You know the fluctuating emotions. You know that if you're excited and elated one day, then the next day, something could happen and you could be right back at the beginning. So it gives us that sense of humility, right? Understanding that any of this could be taken away at any moment. So there's this appreciation. There's this strength of character that it gives you. You always want to do the right thing, right? Whatever that means. Okay. So I like this. I like this a lot. I like this entire reading. If this is some really special energy for you, Capricorn, and I'm very, very excited by it. Now, moving to the path of the serpent here. Well, actually, you know what? Let's talk about the jackpot a little bit more. Let's stay over here because the Six of Pentacles, what exactly does this mean? Well, I said it's kind of you opening the treasure chest and it's just the blinding light, But I feel like this is it's not just a selfish win. It's not just like you've got all the money. It's cooperative. I think you have a very strong relationship with your friends and family, your pets, your plants, your people. I think that what you are achieving, now I don't know what this earth energy really, really is. I don't know exactly what you're doing, right? But I know that you're building something, you're gaining something, you're accumulating something. Now, this could be a health thing, for sure. It feels to me like it's something that is very syncretic. It's very holistic. It really, I think, is affecting every aspect of your life. Your relationships, your health, your finances, your spiritual work. It seems like it's all included. And that's something I often say about the earth energy, that it's not just health or wealth, fitness, and finances. The earth energy contains every other element, right? Every other element needs the earth energy in order to manifest, in order to become something tangible. So this literally could be anything. Whatever you've been working on, you're going to hit the jackpot, right? Whatever it is. It's something that does involve your connection with other people. It does involve some kind of structure, I guess, on the physical plane, right? Maybe a particular building or your home or, maybe your body, that kind of physical structure. It could be that you're building a house, right? You're building a business, you're building a family, you're building a relationship, whatever has this kind of structure. And I do think that there are more people involved. We don't really get an indication of who they are, though. This could just be an indication of your community itself, right? Not necessarily specific people, but the world as a whole, right? This is not just a win for you, it's a win for everybody around you, everybody who knows you, okay? It's really something. Okay, now I want to talk about this lover's energy. Like I said before, we've had a lot of air in your readings, and usually the air is conflict. Usually the air is people that we are having difficulties with, or people that might be causing some static in our lives, right? Interrupting our plans, interfering with what we're trying to do. But now we've got this Gemini energy, this lover's energy. This to me is everything coming together. This is you now. I think you've mastered this skill probably through all the weeks past, right? Every reading is like you're dealing with some air person and you've got to try to figure out that relationship. I think you've developed that skill to such a degree now that you can bring anyone over to your team, right? That you've got this skill or this talent or this magic about you now. You build this rapport with people that you can connect with people instantly. Okay. So I feel like it's part of this Two of Swords energy where if there's a problem, if there's a person or a dynamic or some kind of energy, you know right away if it's going to stay or if it's going to go. If it's going to go, rip it right off like a Band-Aid. And everything that stays, you connect with instantly. Everything that's in your life is there for a reason and is there because you have brought it in and you've connected with it. You've got this very strong Nine of Wands. You have all of this water energy. You're constantly transforming and becoming. Now, the Death card is not, this card is not a final energy. This is not the state of being dead, right? This is the process of things going and things coming. This is the infinite moment in between birth and death and birth, right? This is where what is becomes what was, and what will be becomes now. Okay? This is the infinite flow of energy through the universe. So I think you've really, in some ways, you've discovered the secret of it all. Oops, I think I was on the wrong camera. I apologize for that. You've developed this skill now. You've developed this ability to bring things together, bring energies together. Not only that, but I think this is was the moment where you decided to make this significant change, right? The moment where you found what the right path is for you, because this card's really about choice, right? About coming together with things. I think this was also you really committing yourself to this path, to whatever this work is that we were on, whatever this working is. You've committed yourself to it. And that, combined with your strength and all of this water energy and your spiritual growth, all of this together, this is the recipe for success. All right? Hands down, this is the recipe for it. Now, the next card in your environment is this Tower energy. This is kind of some violent looking energy, right? Very fiery energy. I think that this is giving me, just as I started thinking about this card, my ears started ringing. I don't quite know what this card's doing in your environment other than representing the degree to which your life is changing right now, the degree to which you are emerging out of this old state into this new life, this new future. Yeah. And that's very heavy energy here. This is all major arcana. So your commitment to this path is causing significant changes in your life that may feel abrupt, that may feel violent, that may feel destructive. It could be that we have had or are still having a lot to tear down to make room for this new stuff. Maybe there was a lot that we had to let go of. You know, belief systems, habits, routines, the old paradigm, right? The old kind of order of things. And it's always kind of a theme for you. It's always this idea of your spirit or your soul being somewhat restricted in your life. Like, and I kind of say this every time, that maybe you were told to kind of keep it down. Maybe you were told to lower your voice, to not be so noticeable in life, right? To kind of withdraw in life, to dim your shine. We have the Sun card here. Maybe you've been, and maybe that's why the Sun card is right here in this position, because this is what has been about for a long time. The habit or even the training, really, right, from childhood or young adulthood, where we've gotten into this habit of just putting ourselves behind, dimming our light, putting ourselves in the background. I think we're committed to getting out of that and letting our sunlight out, letting our light shine as bright as you want it to. Yeah? So this is the real spiritual work over here. This is the real spiritual work. And this tower is, it used to be anyway, something very restricting. It was dimming your light. It was restricting you from being you, but we've committed to overcome that. And I think we have. And I think that's why now there's a lot that has been changing in your worldview, in how you view yourself and how you view the world around you and your place in this universe. You know? No longer does your will or your creativity have to be locked up in this tower. Now, we're all sunshine, you know. And I like this, and I don't mean to be cliche, but I'm happy that we get to shine our light, you know. I'm happy that you have found this sun energy, this solar energy, and that we're getting rid of that tower, right? We're getting rid of that tower. And the final card, being this devil energy, this is uniquely yours. This has all been part of your destiny, right? You get to the end of this whole thing, and then it's just like, well, you made it through, you know. It's all been set up to bring you to this moment. And I think that's what you're maybe realizing through some of these other major arcana cards, through the Death card, through the Lover's card, through even this little tiny Two of Swords here. You're learning that this was all for a reason, that everything was set up to mold you, to test you, to bring you to this moment now where you can have your rewards, you can have your success and everything that you've wanted, everything that you've worked for and strived for. All of the things that you had to give up, all of the challenges and difficulties that you had to overcome, all of the towers. Maybe it wasn't just one tower, maybe it was a series of towers we had to escape from, you know, to finally get here. And this is that devil energy that could do it alone if it had to. I don't think you will be, but it's that confidence in yourself that you can climb any mountain, you can tackle any obstacle, you could handle anything that comes your way. You know, like a goat kind of eats anything. Give it a tin can, it'll eat it, doesn't care. This is kind of our attitude now, where we can handle any difficulty, any situation that comes our way. We're strong enough, we're confident enough, right? We shine brightly enough to see the obstacle coming our way, and we can just chew it right up, spit it out, no big deal. That's the kind of confidence that you have now. And I think that in a lot of ways, this physical process that we're undergoing, it's the result of all of this spiritual work, but then it's also kind of the cause of, or the origin of some of this spiritual work. All right, so what came first, the chicken or the egg here? I don't know. I don't think it matters. This is fantastic. This makes me very, very happy. Let's look at the mystery card. Yeah. We've got the frog today. Thank you, frog. Now, we've been trying to name our little alien here, so if you have any suggestions for the alien name, leave them in the comments. We've had a lot of good suggestions. We're thinking about maybe Mork from Mork and Mindy with Robin Williams, or perhaps Bowie in honor of David Bowie. And, well, like David Bowie, this little alien is afraid of Americans. So if you have any suggestions, just leave them in the comments. But I want to do the alien first. We'll do the frog next. Okay, we'll have too much going on here. I won't be able to remember the names. Maybe we'll do one, maybe two, maybe three names. And we could start thinking of nicknames. We could really do this all day, you know. But let's do the mystery card. All right. What would I like to see? Maybe some more balanced water energy to showing the kind of peace and tranquility and love and harmony and beauty that you deserve. Maybe an Empress card. But some kind of water energy would be lovely. Well, no, it's all right, though. It's all right to have a 10 of Pentacles, right? Because this is kind of a jackpot card, too. This is the picture of your best life, right? This is a picture of your best life with you in it, right? This is kind of the end state that we want. This is the beautiful picture that you've been trying to paint. This is the beautiful life that you've been envisioning, that you've been working toward. And you're getting this. This might be the real jackpot. Yeah. This might be the real jackpot. Maybe this is the slot machine and this is you hitting the jackpot, right? This is the roulette wheel and this is all the coin coming out of it. This is really a spectacular reading. This has got to be the best Capricorn reading that we've done. And I'm so excited. I think this is going to be great. We are going to do an extended. If you want to stick around for that, click up here. That'll give you access to every extended reading, okay? I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me read this energy for you. And thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.